For centuries, the Galactic Council thought they understood humans. Strange? Yes. Unpredictable? Absolutely. Resourceful? Dangerously so. But they believed humans were mostly peaceful, emotional, diplomatic, and endlessly patient. They were wrong. Deep inside humanity's genetic code lay something older than civilization, older than cities, spaceflight, or even language. A predator trigger, a switch evolution carved during millions of years on Earth, a world where survival demanded violence at the speed of instinct. The Council had never seen it, until the day everything went wrong. Chapter 1. The Treaty Hall. The Galactic Council chamber glittered with crystalline walls and luminescent banners representing the 39 member species. Humans had been invited as observers, not leaders. Not yet. Ambassador Lyra Moetti stood at their designated podium, calm, poised, heartbeat steady. She didn't expect today to be historic. She didn't expect today to be dangerous. She didn't expect today to awaken the one part of humanity the galaxy was not ready for. Chapter 2. The insult that crossed the line. The negotiations were tense. The Vornak Empire accused humanity of expanding too fast. The Skrell demanded Terran biological research be restricted. The Jethul Collective insisted humans were aggressive by nature. Lyra answered each point with grace, until the Korth Dominion delegate leaned forward, exoskeleton clacking softly. Humans pretend to be civilized, but at their core, they are nothing but animals. The room grew still. Lyra didn't flinch, didn't blink. Her voice remained calm. Insult will not bring peace, Counselor Korth. The Korthian hissed. Peace? We should have sterilized your species the moment you left your cradle. Gasps filled the chamber. Even other predator species recoiled. Lyra inhaled slowly. Her pulse remained steady. But somewhere inside her brain, in the old reptilian depths, a signal echoed. Trigger. She ignored it. Then the Korthian made a mistake. A fatal one. He struck her. A backhand jab, meant to humiliate. A gesture considered trivial in some species' cultures. Inhumanly fast. Lyra's head snapped to the side. Blood touched the floor. Trigger confirmed. Chapter 3. When Time Slowed. To the Council, everything looked instantaneous. To Lyra, the world shifted gears. Her pupils dilated. Her breathing slowed. Her muscles tense in perfect coordination. Humanity's oldest program activated. The predator trigger. Not rage. Not fear. Focus. Cold, perfect predatory focus. She didn't think. She didn't plan. She became what humanity once was. A hunter built to survive anything. Chapter 4. The First Movement. The Korthian expected a diplomatic withdrawal. Instead, Lyra vanished. Not literally, but by the time the Korthian registered motion, she was already behind him. The audience blinked. She hooked the joints of his exoskeleton with microscopic precision, the exact weak point she had memoized during her years of training. The exoskeleton locked up. The Korthian screeched. His limbs stiffened, unable to move. The entire room froze. A dozen species recognized the posture instantly. She had immobilized a warrior-class Korthian with a single, flawless motion. Several delegates whispered in terror. By the stars, she's activated. Humans can do that. Without augmentation. Chapter 5. The Second Movement. Four Vornak guards rushed forward, weapons primed. They were predator elites. Tall, armored, trained for galactic war. They never touched her. Lyra flicked a table into their path with one hand, sending half a ton of crystalline alloy flipping end over end. The table slammed into the guards, pinning them. The impact cracked the floor. The entire chamber shook. The Skrell delegation hid behind their seats. The feline Arkali whispered, "That was a war table. Even our champion struggled to lift one." Chapter 6. The third movement, the stare. Then Lyra turned, her eyes fixed on the Corthian. But this time, they weren't human eyes. They were Predator's eyes. Cold, unblinking, ancient. The kind of eyes that once made forests fall silent. The council felt it. A psychic pressure, not telepathy, but primal instinct. A force that whispered, Predator in the room. Do not move. Do not breathe. Do not challenge. Many species dropped to their knees automatically. Some fainted. One aquatic species inked the floor in panic. Even the Corthian stopped struggling. Chapter 7. Predator Logic. Lyra's voice returned, but it didn't sound like diplomacy anymore. It sounded like judgment. The Terran Union does not strike first, but we do not tolerate harm to our own. She stepped closer. Each step was measured. Slow enough to show control, fast enough to threaten. You made a mistake. You believed humans needed claws to be predators. Her shadow fell over the immobilized Corthian. We are the claws. The Corthian trembled so violently the exoskeleton rattled. Chapter 8. Intervention from the unexpected. Before she delivered the finishing blow, someone intervened. Not a god, not a predator species. The Thorwynen, a delicate, willow-like, herbivorous race known for pacifism, rose. Their elder lifted a trembling hand. Ambassador Moeti, please, stand down. The council understands now. Lyra blinked. The trigger faltered. The hunter receded. Slowly, painfully, her breathing normalized. Her muscles unlocked. Her eyes softened back into human warmth. The predator was gone. Chapter 9. Aftermath. The chamber doors burst open. Terra Marines flooded in, armored, weapons ready. But they stopped when they saw the scene. Corthian immobilized. Vornak guards unconscious. Delegates cowering. Lyra standing alone at the center. The Marine captain saluted. Are you harmed? Lyra wiped a streak of blood from her lip. Just a demonstration. The captain nodded, satisfied. The rest of the council shivered. Chapter 10. The vote. The council voted unanimously, even the humiliated Corthian. Humans were to be recognized as protected apex species, not because they were dangerous, but because their instincts were. The Thorwynen elders summarize it perfectly. They are the only species the galaxy has met, whose predator mode is a defense mechanism. The council agreed. By the end of the meeting, every species updated their diplomatic protocols. Do not threaten humans. Do not strike humans. Do not corner humans. Do not make them bleed. Because now they knew. It wasn't anger that awakened humanity's predator side. It was instinct. Epilogue. A quiet walk home. Terran ships escorted Lyra back to Earth. As she looked out into the stars, her aide asked, "Did you mean to do it? Trigger that way." Lyra shook her head. No one means to. Humans don't decide when it happens. Then what decides? Her aide whispered. Lyra looked at her reflection. Calm, human, peaceful. The same thing that kept our ancestors alive. Something older than civilization, older than fear, older than war. The part of us that refuses to die. She watched the stars drift past, and the galaxy finally understands that.